Hi everybody, it's Lenine. I'm at Always in Stitches in Indiana. I have a quilt shop with cross stitch, wool, applique, yarn, and Peter's behind the camera. He's our recording extraordinaire. He's the, what is he called? A dude. He's called the social media dude. So he's behind the camera. We've been 3 weeks. We've been kind of busy. Peter was on vacation last week, and I was in Chicago at H&H, which is basically a yarn show, a trade show for vendors to bring yarn in so that we can look at it. So Cappy and I were up there last week, so that's why we didn't video last week. But we have some things to show you. I have to admit I forgot today was Flosstube, so I did not iron my whips, which they're going to look kind of crummy, but we're just going to go with the flow. I ran home to get them, and they're just in a pile. So anyway, let's get started. I'm going to talk about some previous finishes that we have. One of them is something that Peter is in love with, so I want to show you that first. It's God Shed His Grace on Thee. Cindy made this. It's hands-on design. It's called Memorial Day. We have the pattern. She made this a couple years ago, but it's a good one for this time of year, being as though it's almost July 1st. I love it. So this was Cindy's. I love it. She gets her things done at Hobby Lobby like I do, so we both think they do a great job. I just picked one up the other day. My little granddaughter, who's 12, she did her first hand embroidery and had it framed at Hobby Lobby, and we picked it up last Saturday, and it looks great, and she had great big eyes. They kind of unveil it when you're picking up your things, and she just went, oh, wow. So we'll see, but 4-H fair is in a couple weeks, so that's what we're doing with that. Okay, so I kind of finished this last night. I didn't get it. I need to do a couple things. Anyway, this is from, I told you guys about this a couple of months ago. It's Button Lovers Club from Just Another Button Company. And you get this box with the instructions that come, these were the instructions. And you get the buttons, all the different fun little bloom, all these, I have 5 times this many. So I just used what it said to use on the front of the pattern, and I still have a whole lot left. So I supplied the fabric and the wool. I actually put wool. They have theirs on just regular cotton fabric, but I changed it up a little bit. We don't carry these, but you can get them from Just Another Button Company. And on the back, I finished it like this last night. It's called the Franken-Stitch. We've talked about that before too, where you can sew your pillow all the way around, cut a slit in the back, stuff it, and then you use a Franken-Stitch on the back, and then I'm going to put a piece of wool applique on there. So that'll cover that up, but that's just a cute little pillow. I decided this was is it a pip for this month? This is my June pip, and tomorrow at our staff meeting, all of us will bring in what we've got done, our samples, we'll bring them in, and this was my sample, or my pip for this month. So that's the only thing I think I got finished this month, because we've been running around like crazy. Okay, I have a fun little, a couple weeks ago I also told you guys I'm collecting bees. Well, I went to Goodwill this morning on my way home from an appointment, and I haven't even washed it yet. I got this little bee jar, whatever. I think it was a planter because it's got the green fuzz in the bottom from like those floral things. So I'm going to take it home and wash it and put it with the rest of my bees. Isn't he cute? He was $1.99. He probably was $1.99 when he was originally, but
he's pollinating all those sunflowers behind you.
Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah. Oh, let me talk about this. Isn't this cute? You know who made it?
Yes.
Who made this?
Actually, almost everybody in the sewing department had a hand in it.
Well, see,
because Julie pieced it, and then I think Jessica did some quilting on it. I think Kathy did some quilting on it, and I think Julie probably did some quilting.
And we still have these. Are they kits or panels? I bet they're both. I don't know.
I grabbed it because I liked it so much I didn't even pay attention to find out the details.
It's a new fall line that we got in, and it looks like that it's from Northcott. It's called Sunshine Harvest. It's bound to be quilting ribbon effect pattern, I believe, is what it's called. And we have panels come in a lot. Right now, the fabric designers are making panels with a lot of the lines, and there's sometimes you don't know what to do with those panels. So we have a handy quilter up front, plus all the machines, and the girls will take turns, you know, if it's not real busy or whatever, but this is a pieced border. That's pretty. And you can see if Peter comes up close, there's sunflowers in the quilting here and leaves in the quilting over here. So,
Behind you. Here we go. Oh, I almost knocked Cindy's cross stitch off that iron board.
But how fun is that, those different designs that they put in there? So if you'd like that panel, and I'm pretty sure they make kits out of these. I don't know how many's left because I just noticed this was even up here. So you might call in. We do have a personal shopper, Deborah. And you can call Deborah at 317-776-4227, and she will help you anything you need, thread, needles. Oh, she's giving me a dirty look. She's the peanut gallery over there.
Wait, where are you going, Deborah?
This is Deborah. She's our personal shopper. And she will take care of almost anything you need.
She likes it when people call, so please call and say hello to Deborah.
Yeah, call and say hi to
just
Deborah.
say hello.
Yeah, that's one of my people. I have all my people. Okay, so I'm just showing you this because I don't know the name of the pattern, but I have a daughter named Allison who cross stitches for us, and this is not going to be a sample. It was a pattern from several years ago, and it was in our clearance area, and Allie likes samplers like this, but she has done it, and she was not real pleased because right up here it's 1/1, but down here at the bottom she put A, B, and RB, and the year they got married. So, but she's done a really nice job, and she gave it to me to take to Hobby Lobby to pay to have it framed. Wasn't that nice of her? The only thing is I get to do what I want to with it. So we'll see what I come up with. Oh, as I make a mess. Oh dear, I'm just gonna lay it down. Okay, let's see. Do I have anything else finished? Nope. I'm gonna show you my my old sampler. Back last summer, I bought 7 or 8 vintage antique samplers from my friend Carol, and she collected Indiana cross-stitch samplers. This is my last one. It's the smallest one of the bunch. I've already shown the other ones. This was stitched by Martha Jane Evans. She was age 10, and it's giving her other siblings. Here is what the other people's names are. She stitched it in 1853. Martha was born, let me turn this over a little bit, February 17th, 1843 in Dearborn County, Indiana. She died in December 11th, 1927. Sampler was made in 1853 in Dearborn County. So, and all of the samplers that I bought had already been, I'm going to turn this over because it's been professionally conserved with, I wasn't part of that process, but they sealed it off so that nothing can get to it, and they put it in a vintage frame. But they actually have people that will do that for a living. So that is my last sampler, and I don't remember if I said, but it's on perforated paper, and it's made, the thread is wool. And I think it's held up real well, but I'm glad it's under the glass so I can't mess it up. So that's all my samplers. So that's, hopefully someday I do something like a book or something with all my old samplers. We'll see. I don't have time to eat my lunch, let alone that. So let's talk about whips for a minute. I'm trying so hard to get down to monogamous stitching, but it hasn't happened yet. But I'm working towards finishing some things so that oh no, you don't want to see that. This is a Teresa Kogut. It's a Joyful Heart. It's Patreon March of 2023 Tier 4 pattern. And I can't remember what it's called. I said a Joyful Heart. Okay, so there's that. But now see, I didn't fix it, so it's going to look cruddy. Okay, here's what I have done. And you just saw me unwind it. I have had it, I always stitch in hand. Not always. Most of the time I stitch in hand. But I roll the edges up and I secure them with our magnetic. These are like cable ties for your computer cables or whatever. So I will roll it up so that I don't, and I roll it wrong side out so I don't get the top dirty. But I just roll it up and I put our magnetic little ties on there. And that way I've got something to hold on to. And you notice I've still got my needle in there. I don't ever take my needle off. I don't use a needle minder. I'm kind of a lazy stitcher. But that one's a fun one I do when I don't want to have to think. I have a couple of those, but most of them I have to think too hard. Okay, so that's one whip. Stuff it in there. Oh, look. It's a button from my button stash. Hope it didn't fall off. Okay, so there's one. Here's Peter's. I bet Peter hasn't stitched on this one at all.
I have some stitches in it, but I haven't stitched on
Not
it
recently.
since. Yeah, no, not
recently. Okay, so we have this pattern. It's Jardin Privé, we think. Lady Halloween. It's a Quaker. And Peter and I started this last summer.
Oh, man, I'm behind.
Yeah. So I have done a lot on mine. I am almost...
Oh, you got the spider web.
Yeah, I got the spider web. I got the little bee guy done down here in the middle. I got this little bee guy done.
Look at the little bee.
And the spider on the cobweb. But I've had to revise this just a teensy bit because notice I'm out of fabric because I laid it the wrong way. It should have gone this way on my fabric, but it was too late by the time I figured it out. So there's what I have done. So I finished this motif. I'm up in here. I've got my A almost done. So I'm just about, because it's a huge chart. So I do it in sections, and I'm just about done with the first section. So, but I can't start anything new until I finish some of these old ones.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. So I got that one worked on a little bit. Being in Chicago last week, though, I didn't have a lot of time. By the time I got back to the room to rest, I didn't want to do anything. I couldn't think. Okay, so this is an old chart. It's Lavender Wings. It's called 'Tis a Grand Old Flag. It's going to be this needle roll that's right here by Uncle Sam. And hopefully when I get the cross stitching done, I can do a tutorial on how to finish a needle roll because it has a little bit of pulled thread in it. I did one years ago, and I'm going to try to videotape. So here's what I've got done so far. Let's see, it's upside down. I'm going to put it the right side. Okay, so the needle roll runs like this. And I've got this part done, and I've got some beading done. It's coming along. It's fun to work on. And this is all the wider it will be, and then I'll roll it and put the little gathers at each end and finish it. So I've been working on that some. What's next? Oh, this dumb thing. Okay, you guys. I like to cross stitch, but these specialty stitches are starting to get on my nerves. Okay, this is an old chart too. Sorry about that. This is out of production.
Can you contract it out?
No.
To your pal right
people,
there?
My people?
Yeah.
No, that people can't. She wouldn't do it. Okay, this is Perfect Pumpkin, and it's got a lot of specialty stitches in it. It's got some herringbone stitch. It's got several, oh shoot, what are they called? Hang on. Road stitch, Smyrna cross, closed herringbone. So that's what it's going to look like. And I've done more on this since we've met. So here, right in here is a herringbone stitch, but it's got double floss, and that makes it it's a dimensional thing. Here's the closed herringbone. I don't know what I called that. I think I called the wrong thing. And over here's a road stitch, or I don't know, something. But anyway, I've worked on some of this because I got this pumpkin, part of that done, and then I've started the last pumpkin. So I'm getting there.
Getting there.
Yep. That one's been a while too. That's been since last summer too. And it's already summer, Peter. It's really summer.
I remember the herringbone stitch.
Yep. Okay,
but is it really summer?
It is summer. It's July. No. It's June. What is it? June 29th?
20-something. I know we're closing. I know we're closing in on July.
Okay, so this is a shepherd's bush. Oh gosh, I gotta get out what it is. It's I can't show you the chart. Fear Not needle roll. This is not very much, but it's 1/1 part of it, and this is what it's gonna look like. it's a really cute set of charts from Shepherd's Bush. If you go online, it's, oh gosh, what's it called? Shepherd's Fold, and this one is part 5. So there's 5 parts, and it's different needle things. It's got a needle book and this needle roll and things. So, and they give you, I didn't bring the rest of it, but they give you the, oh, I did. They give you the floss, the rick-rack, the ribbon, the buttons. They give you everything in the kit. So if anybody's interested, it's, and Shepherd's Bush is so nice to work with. We do carry some of their patterns, but on kits like this, they don't sell wholesale to shops. So anyway, that's that one. Oh, this one's fun. And I sort of lied to you guys, if you remember back several months ago, I told you Mill Hill. Oh, I gotta get his picture out. This is Jim Shore's Mill Hill Winter Wishes Santa. And he's a beaded guy on perforated paper. And the Mill Hill kits come with the beads, the floss, the needles. They come with everything. So, and here's what he looks like. And I told you guys before that I do all the thread stitching first, and then I go back and do the beading while I was getting bored. And I had most of the thread work done up here, so I started doing the beading the other night. It's tedious. It doesn't go as fast, but he's going to be so pretty.
He's going to be awesome.
Yeah, he's going to be so pretty. Now, I got to tell you guys about Tacky Bill. We used to have Tacky Bobs, right? Or do we? Yeah, we had Tacky Bobs. These are Tacky Bills. So this is where I put all my beads. So there's my beads. And I take my needle, whatever bead I'm working on, I'll take my needle, and it sticks. It's not going to go anywhere. So I take my needle and I put whatever bead I want on my needle, and it's right there, and it's not going anywhere. So it doesn't fall in your chair or on the floor, and the dogs don't eat it. So we have Tacky Bills. Would you stop? You do that every time. You get it unstickified. Brett was doing that the other day. I probably have dog hair even on here because Ginger likes to hug me while I'm sitting in my chair. We have a rescued golden retriever, and she likes to snuggle. So she gets up in my lap when I'm stitching. Let me put my bead back. There. So we have these in the shop if you're interested, and I've used one for years. You guys are seeing how messy a stitcher I am with all this. Okay, now I have a sample I'm actually working. This will be a sample, but I have another sample that I'm doing some embroidery on. It's called Sunny Days Bunting by the Birdhouse Patchwork, and it's this through here, and there's several of us in the shop that are doing the embroidery and the applique for this. It's not a very good picture, but I have one that I've started working on. So I've got this, and the last time we were together, I talked about how we used a friction pen to trace the pattern onto the off-white cloth. But then we forgot we hadn't put a piece of interfacing. There's a lightweight piece of interfacing on the back of this ironed on now, and I had put I didn't do it, Paige did it, but she used the friction pen, and then we had to re-iron it. Well, we did an experiment. We ironed the interfacing on there. The whole pattern went away. And it was like, oh no, but we put it in the freezer for 5 minutes, and the pattern reappeared. So we're all doing this, and this is one of the patterns we have in this shop. It's going to be really cute when we get it done. It's hung on a piece of ribbon, grove grain ribbon, so hopefully I can work on that some this weekend. We've had people at our house for 2 weeks. Brett's been in Florida for 2 weeks. I went to Chicago for a week. But when you have people staying at your house, and it's kind of rude to just sit there and stitch and not talk to them, so I had to play Rummy Cube, and I won a game in Rummy Cube. Did anybody play Rummy Cube? Do you play Rummy Cube?
Uh-uh.
Well, Cindy and Marshall, Cindy is Peter's sister-in-law, and Cindy wins all the time. We played Rummy Cube for 10 years, and she wins all the time. I won last weekend. So I have
ammunition next time I talk to her.
Yeah,
I can say, hey, I heard Lenine beat you.
Yep. She even said, she goes, I can't believe you. She said, I can't believe I beat you. That wasn't very nice. Okay, let's start on some new patterns and new magazines. I haven't had a chance. We have the new cross stitch Halloween. Peter brought it into my office this morning. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. I love me some cross stitch. So Peter is intrigued with this little guy. He showed me the pattern in there, and you can see his skeleton through this little sugar. I don't know, is that a cat? A sugar cat? I don't know.
Sugar skull cat.
There's one that's got some, I can't show it to you because I'd show you the chart, but there's one that's got a ghost that has a skeleton in glow-in-the-dark fabric. Oh, is he this one? Is it this one?
Yeah.
Okay, this little ghost, if it's, you stitch the inside of it as a skeleton and it shows up in the dark. I think that's funny. So anyway, there's one of our new, oh gosh, what are they called? Magazines. Okay, next, I love me this one too, Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher Magazine. Right here's a Teresa Kogut. I love this one. There are lots of good patterns in this one. I actually bought this one the other day because there was enough in there that it justified me taking it home. So that's got some really nice ones. So we have those in the shop. And here we're going to go pretty quickly through some new patterns in no particular order. This is Chicken Club by It's So Emma. And it is Hank. And I think he's number 5 of 12. And we have the other 4. And it's like Henrietta, and I don't know what all their names are, but they're cute. So we have that guy. We have Deck the Halls. A Skinny Mini pattern by October House Stitch Works. That looks like a fun one to do it for Christmas for a pincushion bowl. That's fun. This is October House. It is All Is Calm. And it looks like it's got an ornament and a little pillow. I'm looking at these with you guys, so don't mind me while I'm gawking.
Are you shopping?
I'm shopping. Okay, next is JBW. Her new Christmas ornaments book. It's a limited edition.
This is going to sell out. I can tell you that right now.
I can see me doing some of those. We always have a ornament exchange here at the shop at our Christmas party. And most of us make our ornaments, but Virginia goes to Cracker Barrel and buys hers and tells us that she made it. So you know how those people are. Okay, there's that one. Okay, we have the next in the line of Beach Boardwalk. This one is called Ice Cream Shop from Country Cottage Needleworks. I like their patterns. They're a fun pattern to do. Okay, Hands-On Design, Strawberry the Berry Basket. I think I've made one of these, and I'm not sure. That seems kind of tedious to me, but it's very pretty. I would like for someone else to make it for me. Okay, here's Hands-On Design, The Pocket Neighborhood. Oh, look at that cute little piece of wool she has on there, and I bet you it's a pocket. Or maybe it's just a pin cushion.
That's cool.
I ought to take time and look at this. Okay, this is Christmas 3 by Hands-On Design.
Oh, because it's 3 of a kind.
Yeah. That's cute.
That's fun.
I like this one. Hands-On Design, a vintage stitch 2 TOO hexie. And it's paper piece. So it's actually English paper piece. My daughter was looking at it the other day when she was here working, and she said, "Oh, I'm not going to do that. It's paper pieced." I said, "Well, paper piecing's not that bad, especially no more pieces than that." But that was 2 little pillows. Okay. October House. Sorry. Summer House Stitch Works.
Yeah.
Begin. Berlin. I shouldn't read upside down. Fragments in Time 2023 Berlin Woolworks. So this is number 4. So we must have. Oh, here we
1,
do. Here we
2,
go.
3.
Here's 3.
Ooh.
This is a pretty one. They do Fragments in Time every year.
Look at those
that. Oh my
cattails.
gosh! No kidding.
Look at the detail.
That is beautiful. I don't know if we have any more. That must just be 3 and 4 for this time. I think we got the other 2 already.
Yeah.
Okay, Cattle Lantern finally came in. I showed you this sample
Cattle Lantern.
a couple of videos ago, but this I did on a little vintage box. So that one is in the shop finally. And we have some Teresa Kogut. Okay, Cross Stitch Start Stitchy Bird. That's on an old book. Do you see how that's an
Oh,
old?
it is
She's
on an old
mounted
book.
that. I've done that before. Mounted it on an old book. I bought an old book the other day. I'm making an Abraham Lincoln display, and I bought a book by Carl Sandburg that was like a kid's school book from the 60s. Okay, this is Rapid Growth. That's pretty. Looks like a fracture. This is Early American Folk Art Cross Stitch Sweet Land. Oh, you'll like that one since it's all patriotic.
Well, I really like that eagle.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, then we have Waxing Moon Designs All Hallows Eve.
There's something special about the moon in July. Big blue moon or something.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out because I like
Yeah.
moons. I like to
Yeah.
look at. It was about a half moon
It was.
last night or night before.
It's about the full moon coming up in July.
Okay, so maybe it's like a harvest moon, but in the summer or
yeah,
something.
it's a big blue moon or something. I don't
Okay,
know.
this is Quilting ABCs by Erica Michaels. This is part 2. It's F, G, H, I, J. So the first ones you got were A, B, C, D, E, F, or E. These are quilt blocks. I love it. Maybe I should get this one. Oh, I don't know. Okay.
Let's do some of the ones you already have finished.
I know. Lucy Beam, Love in Stitches, Tomato Basket. Tomatoes are a big deal. I looked. I thought I had some old tomatoes in my sewing room, and I didn't. Oh, I'm excited. I just saw something.
I grew some tomatoes this year.
Did you? Are they
Yep.
doing okay?
Yeah, they're thriving.
I want to know, Allie and I both want to know, who is this lady? Is she Lucy Beam?
I bet you it's somebody related. It's like her mom or
Yeah, because
somebody.
see,
Mom or
designed
aunt.
by Rebecca Noland, but this is Lucy
Oh.
Beam. So we think this,
That's Lucy Beam, I
maybe,
bet.
I don't know. I need to check into that.
Is there anything on the back? No.
I don't know.
They're friends of Lucy Beam.
Yeah, they're friends. I'm excited, you guys. I just found some more Chicken
There's
Club.
Florence.
Yep, Florence is number 2. And Hattie. I love this one. Hattie
Oh,
is
man.
number 3. Cute. These would be cute in a kitchen, like along a bulkhead up on a kitchen wall.
Yeah, they would.
I'll get right on that. Okay. Here is a reproduction sampler.
So is that Hannah?
I doubt it. I think this is hands across it. I don't know.
She looks
I gotta show you.
Irish.
She does sort of look Irish. 18, but that's not her. I promise you, because if she
You
did it in
promise that's
18,
not
I
Hannah?
promise it's not Hannah.
Okay.
Because if she did it in 1838, that would never have
Recolored?
been. No.
Oh.
But look what they've sent with the chart. This would be something that you would probably attach to the back of your chart because it's probably going to be a fairly good size. But it's the stitched by addressed. And we were talking today, Cindy and I got to ask you guys. Okay, down here there'll be, and I haven't looked at this. Okay, here it is. Hannah Campbell, and where she's from, August 12th, whatever that says. Is it 1839?
1838.
Okay, so did she actually, like if you would make this sampler, like say you stitch this sampler, do you put her name on there? Or do you put your name on there with today's year? I sometimes put my name, if I've stitched it, I put my name there. When I've made small, I don't ever make this big a sampler, but when I've done it before, I will put my name and the year that I made it. But Cindy and I had that discussion,
Well,
like,
that
what
has
should we
me
do?
stumped. I just don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know what the protocol is. Like, is that rude that I put my name on there because she did that? I don't know. We'll just have to see if anybody comments.
Or do I have to put hands across the sea because they reintroduced the pattern?
I don't know.
See?
I don't know.
See?
I don't know if it's wrought by. You know what wrought by means, right?
Like raw iron.
No, not wrought iron.
Like you know, when
wrought.
you do iron work.
Oh, yeah, you do wrought the iron, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, this
You're
was
gonna wrought
wrought
the
by
iron.
Lenine. So if you know, I don't know. This is curious. We'll have to think about this. Okay, anyway. Teresa Koga, Wisdom.
I'll tell
That's
you
a
what you do.
pretty
Let's
one.
go back to this. I'll tell you
Okay,
what you do.
okay.
You
Wait
get
a minute,
out
back to
that,
here.
you know that little printer you have?
Yeah, and we
okay, you
take
got
it-
this little printer,
Yeah.
and you're like, I don't know, your phone talks to it, and it prints out a picture of your product. Well, what you do, you take a selfie, okay?
Don't listen to
Connect
Peter,
it.
you guys.
Hold on,
I'm
this is
just
good.
saying.
This is good. You print it on your printer, and then you stick your picture above it, just like
Just
that.
like that?
Yeah,
No, Peter. I have a little Kodak, little teeny tiny miniature. It prints like a 2x3 or 1x picture, and that's what he's talking about, is I could stick my picture like Hannah has hers. back to Teresa Kogut. This is wisdom. That is very pretty. That is very pretty.
Oh, and I did like all the red on that last one, by the way.
Yes, and that's
Love
a
the
very
red.
bright one. Okay, so there's Teresa Kogut.
Tis not
I don't know. I didn't read it.
fruitful to lift one up.
I don't know.
Oh, by belittling another. Okay.
She's this one I had to take apart because it's in a plastic thing, but it's a book, and it has these 3 different charts in there because I thought, what's in this book?
There's that word.
Ivy rot. Oh, I'm excited.
Can we say that this episode was brought by?
Rot by. No, you can't do that.
Oh.
But that one's a pretty one too. Her patterns are very easy to read. They come in color or in black and
Love
white.
color.
And but they're very intense. Like there's a lot of coverage. So it's not for the faint of heart. Let's just put it that way. Okay, and we have one little teeny tiny. I think this is, what is this? Hand dyed twill tape. I use twill tape some, but here's a new color from Lady Dot Creates Bloom. Look how cute that. Look how I like that. That's Cappy. Looks like Cappy's colors.
Cappe.
Yep. So I think that's all of our new things. We should be back in 2 weeks, unless I think that might be during the fair. I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll be back sometime. We're
Should
glad
be
that.
before the fair.
Yeah, should it? Okay.
But you might be really busy that week.
Yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful couple of weeks and stitch what you want and don't worry about what everybody else is doing. And I'm glad you came to visit today, and give us a call sometime. Talk to Deborah if you want to order anything. But we're glad to have you as friends. Talk to you soon. Bye.